Oh my god, guys, my legs really hurt. I did leg day yesterday in the gym, and it's been a while since I've done leg day, so they're really aching. But I'm about to go out to Tesco and get some ingredients for dinner. It's gonna be a vegan mac and cheese and vegan buffalo wings, two family favorites that people like when I cook. So I'm just gonna put some lipstick on and head out. Favorite lip combo as of date, which is the OPV liquid lipstick in Crush and the Barry M That's Swell Extreme Lip Plumper. Just like lining my lips with liquid lipstick these days and then going on top with a lip gloss. It's 3 degrees Celsius outside. It is so cold, near freezing, so I'm wearing my fat suit. I call it a fat suit, but it's the coziest, thickest jacket ever, and it's from Primark. I got this for £35, and basically it's lined with fur, and it's really puffy and warm, and I've just been depending on this jacket to keep me going in this terrible cold weather we've been having. So it's already 6 p.m. And it's really dark here in the UK. I like to walk, and the part of being healthy, I like to try and walk as much as possible, so that's why I'm walking to Tesco. It's literally around the corner anyways. Okay, so this is what I've got in my basket at the moment. I've got cauliflower, some mustard, some vegan cheese, vegan milk. I won't be needing anything else, so I'm gonna go pay for this. My way home now, and I'm actually really surprised with how inexpensive all those ingredients were, because I think Tesco's come out with a new range of soy milk that is like in their value range, and it's a lot cheaper than soy milk typically costs. And so I managed to spend something crazy like £7 on this entire shop. So this dinner is literally going to be worth £7, and it's going to feed everyone, and it's also going to be vegan, which is insane. So I'm really excited to go home and cook this. But yeah, £7.37, which is insane. Super duper cheap for a vegan meal. So we're gonna start by making the buffalo wings, and these are vegan cauliflower buffalo wings. So to make them, you're gonna need around 2 large cauliflower heads. I'm going to remove the leaves and cut them into bite-sized pieces. So I've cut both of the cauliflower heads into chunks of about that size, which is the perfect size. Now I'm just going to boil them in some water until they become tender. So whilst the cauliflower is cooking, let's move on to our buffalo sauce. Now for the buffalo sauce, you're going to need some vegan butter, some Frank's Red Hot Original Chili Sauce, and a head of garlic. I'm going to peel the garlic. Now, when it comes to vegan cooking or any kind of cooking, really, garlic is a really important ingredient. Just because it's plant-based and cruelty-free, doesn't even have to taste like bland bread. I don't mean to be offensive, but a lot of vegan food tastes a bit bready to me. So we're going to be utilizing garlic in this recipe, and I'm going to show you guys how I like to cook the garlic so it makes food taste amazing. Gorgeous. About 2 tablespoons of butter to my pan. I'm just gonna let that melt until it is fully liquefied. So I'm going to add about half the garlic to my butter, and I'm going to stir this in and cook this until it turns a brownish shade. Just strain it into a colander. I've just taken the garlic off of the heat, but basically what you want is this gorgeous kind of red color, and it's nice and mixed into the vegan butter. Now I'm going to add a little bit of water just to kind of stop the cooking process. So I'm going to take this over to the sink. I'm just going to add a bit of water. Just a little bit. And just mix the garlic in. Add a little bit of salt, about that much. Mix it in. Frank's Red Hot Original. I'm going to add all of this to my mixture. So the entire bottle is going to go in. And if there's any left in the bottle, I like to add a bit more water to it. So add a little bit of water. Shake it up. And then again, add it to my sauce. That way I'm not wasting any of the flavor. I'm going to give this a mix. These are just dried Chinese chilies. They're not that spicy. They just add a really nice kick to the sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and add the bigger, darker ones, the least spicy. I'm just gonna add that in. I'm gonna mix it up. So white sugar. This is going to add a bit of sweetness to our buffalo sauce. A little bit of water just to dilute the flavors a bit. And mix it up. Now, I always like to taste whatever I'm making, so definitely taste it to see if you like the flavors. And when you've tasted it and it's good enough, add cornstarch mixed with water, and that will thicken the sauce up. Now I'm going to take a good 1.5 cups of plain flour, and I'm going to add this to my bowl. So 1.5. So I'm going to season my flour. I'm going to start by adding a bit of salt, pepper, mixed herbs. So these are mixed herbs. Those are going to go in. Garlic powder. I'm going to add a dash of garlic powder to my mixture. I'm also going to add a dash of paprika as well. So just a little bit. I'm going to mix this all up into my flour until it's nice and incorporated. I've got a bowl of room temperature lukewarm water. I've got my cooked cauliflower, and I've got a tray. So I started off by dipping the first piece into the flour. I'm going to knock the excess off, and I'm going to put it in the water. I'm just going to move it around. I'm just going to leave it there for a few seconds. I'm going to pull it out again. I'm going to put it back into the flour. Spoon just to kind of cover it in more flour. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to put it on my tray, like so. I'm going to keep doing this until I have coated all of my cauliflower wings. So our buffalo wings are all nice and coated. I am going to leave this to one side, and I'm gonna start cooking my mac and cheese now. These will be deep fried whilst my mac and cheese is in the oven, so I'm just gonna leave them there. I'm going to start by chopping in onion. You can use any onion you have. I'm just going to use a regular yellow onion. Added my garlic to my butter mixture, and all I'm doing now is waiting for the mixture to get nice and brown. Lovely vegan cheese. Now this is from Tesco and it's the free from coconut oil alternative to jalapeno and chili cheese. This is going to add the cheesy flavor to the mac and cheese because this has nutritional yeast and cheesy flavorings. I'm going to go ahead, open this up and grate it all, because I'm going to use the entire thing, onto a plate. Our vegan cheese is nice and grated. That is a whole block of vegan cheese, and all of that is going to go in our mac and cheese. So that is my onion. I'm going to add that to the pan. Gonna mix it through. Add a teaspoon. And just let the onion sweat and soften out. Here we have the leftover flour from earlier. I'm just gonna tip some of this into the mixture. And I'm gonna toast the flour in the oil until we get a really nice color and mixture. So I'm going to add soy milk. This is from Tesco and it's their value soy milk. I'm gonna add this to my mixture, and I'm gonna start by adding just a little bit to start with, and dissolving it into my mixture, and then as it thickens I'm gonna keep adding more and more. So I'm going to switch over to a whisk, and I'm just gonna whisk up the mixture, get it nice and blended. It's already getting thicker, so I'm gonna add a bit more soy milk. And again, we're just gonna whisk the mixture. Get it really nice and blended. So to get our cheese sauce nice and smooth, I'm gonna blend it up with a hand blender. So to flavor my sauce a bit, I'm going to add a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. This is just going to give a nice spicy flavor to my sauce. And cheese here. I'm just going to add all of that into my sauce. I'm just going to mix this through, and it should dissolve. Stir this until the cheese mixture is thick enough to coat the back of a spoon. If there's one thing that goes with cheese really well, it is chives. I find that chives are like the perfect addition to any cheese-based meal. I've just added my macaroni and I'm stirring it into my cheese sauce. I'm gonna make sure the cheese sauce coats every single piece of pasta. And I'm also going to add the chives and stir that in as well. So that looks incredible. It's really nice and saucy, and it's got a lot of delicious color and creaminess going on. I'm going to top my mac and cheese with some golden breadcrumbs, and these are vegan as well. I'm just going to sprinkle that on, and I'm going to put this in the oven for 200 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. So it's time to fry our buffalo wings. I've got a saucepan with some vegetable oil frying, and I'm gonna drop these into the oil once the oil gets really hot, and then I'm gonna drain it on a paper towel. So what I'm looking for with these is a really nice crispy golden color. They're not quite done yet. I think they need a little bit more time, but once they start turning golden, I think that one is something like that, basically. Then I'm going to take them out, but I'm just going to let them cook a bit more in the oil. Okay, so our vegan buffalo bites look amazing. They're crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and are beautiful golden color. Now I'm going to toss them into my buffalo sauce. I'm gonna do that now. I'm just gonna gently drop them into the pan, and then I'm gonna start mixing them. My buffalo bites are all nice and coated in the mixture, and they look amazing. All that's left to do is to garnish them to give them a finishing touch, and so I'm going to sprinkle sesame seeds on top. So here we have our absolutely delicious, crispy topped mac and cheese. It's creamy, bubbly, and delicious in every way. And we've got our lovely cauliflower buffalo bites, and this is an entirely vegan, cruelty-free meal right here, and it looks absolutely delicious. I hope you guys tried this recipe out, both of these recipes. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna get started on serving this before it starts to get cold, but yeah, I'm also gonna give this a try and see how good it is. But I'm really impressed with this. It looks amazing. It looks so good. Try it. Tastes really good. Tastes really cheesy. I think the vegan cheese gave it that flavor.